What's up, guys? Barry Game here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we are on our Patricia testing account. And as you guys can see right here, that had to have been one of the easiest campaign pushes ever. Pretty much just with these two heroes, the typical support that you would have around Eloise, it was really easy. The only ones that became a little bit of an issue was like Russell, surprisingly enough, but we are to the point where we got a little bit of power invested into her in her tree. She's already up to level 20. She's got that nice little star. However, we don't really have an awakening on her just yet, and I think in order to push in the Void campaign, we might need to do just that. However, the nice thing with this hero combination is she is actually pretty tanky, especially in combination with Hyperspace Hunter IHP. I am really enjoying this combo right here. I've been trying a bunch of different stones. We are stuck with basically Golden Crown on both of our heroes, but if we even take a look at this first stage right here, I did like one hit suboptimally earlier just to see how it would go. I don't really have the best monsters either just yet. Honestly, surprisingly, the fox, no, sorry. Yeah, the fox. Yeah, it's the fox. The fox is pretty solid overall. We only have one tenant currently for her as well. So that is kind of like one of our downsides here, but you can see here we don't have any like treasure train or anything, and these two heroes combined together are extremely strong, especially giving those blocking shields. You do kind of need to run attribute reduction purify on this one, which sucks because if you do get that RNG CC from the Jara, you're going to be in some trouble. And this hero really starts shining around round 5 to 6-ish. She can dodge, like she just dodged both of those tick hits right there, which was amazing. But eventually, yeah, this is a really hard team. One thing I will say is the crowd control from this hero is pretty bonkers. Like, she can actually crowd control like a champ. Once they have that little marksman dot kind of on them, if she hits them again, there's a pretty solid chance that they are going to get stunned. And if you can get like an active off in round 3 or round 4, it becomes pretty disgusting the amount of targets that are ended up CC'd. It gets really crazy. But yeah, on top of that, she has healing when she does all these extra little hits. She has dodging chances. However, you know, it is bad when we do get crowd control though in this scenario. But again, we do have a decent amount of block on her, so the shields are kind of sufficing. And right here you can see we got 3 targets CC'd with stuns between Hyperspace Hunter IHP and her. Next round's gonna be a good one. I can't wait for this round 5 right here. That was good damage, and we did get those 2 CCs off again. Again, Void campaign gets very hard very quickly. But again, there's a lot of crowd control in this team. She has a lot of even good solo survivability too, just by the fact that she can dodge a lot of things and have a ton of crowd control. So overall, I really do like this hero. Now, it really sucks on this account though, because we don't really have any great artifacts besides the crowns. To be honest, I don't think crowns are even the best thing for her. I feel like an Augustus Magic Ball, or heck, honestly, even something like the Gilded Purple Fan, which can give her additional like shielding every round. The Auspicious Lucky Cat. I think there are better options than just the crown, because I don't think the crown is really the end all be all great item. We'll give it a few more tries just to see if we can actually make any type of progress here. But again, the one thing this is going to be weaker on than most, even like my free-to-play account, is it has pretty much less star spawn and less treasure train power. So you see right there, we already got a couple stuns on those Horus. Granted, they did purify them at the end of the round, so that kind of sucks. But let's see how this turns out. I guess we could go back to control purify and see how that works out. The only downside is if the ticks really goes crazy on us, like right here, we basically didn't get to do anything that round. I guess doing an attack that has less damage to it because of the ticks swaps and everything is better than just not going because of her CC'd. You can see here, every single enemy now has that little target on them. I'm gonna have to remember the keyword for that. So next round, as long as we don't die, we got Unbending Will. I think we'll be okay, and we'll get a big active off, and we'll see what it does. Oh, that was a bad one. It didn't high roll the chase hits and everything. It didn't even get any good crowd control or anything. Boo. Boo. We got 2 CCs here, one from the IHP, and yeah, we do eventually go down. So it's a little bit tricky to get this to work. We can go back to crowd purify maybe. and see how that way works out. Again, we don't have any support heroes besides, you can't use Ignis, you can't use Waldeck, you can't use Tix, you can't use any of those heroes in this game mode. Transcendence only, so you kind of have to see what they can and cannot do. Now, it's nice when Ilamok does counterattack and get a CC off. The downside is a lot of times it gets purified by the end of the round because, well, we just don't really have any other debuffs going out onto them. There we go. We got a CC on the Tix, which is good. There we go. Now it's starting to ramp up. Here we go. We're getting a lot of hits off. We got 2 targets CC'd yet again. Maybe we need to do like dot purify or something, to be honest. It's kind of crazy. It's just we don't seem to have enough damage in the long run to get this done, and we're not high rolling enough crowd control to keep us alive or dodging enough. See, if we could just dodge like 1 or 2 more attacks, I think we would be in a much better space. I really do like Fox with her though, giving her more actives. We could go back to the Wolf and try that, but we don't really have any bleed synergy on our team. I think if anything, we have what, burn synergy with our Ilamok, so going for the burn type team might be better. Oh, getting hard CC like that feels bad because then she doesn't get to do all those extra ping attacks that you normally get to see. We could build her more offensive too. Right now, I kind of have her built tanky. We could try building her more offensive. I'm just trying to see if the survivability from maybe blocking attacks and stuff can work. But a lot of times, she'll dodge attacks, which doesn't generate a shield. Of course, we're not blocking. We're dodging. Right here, though, she's doing a really good job dodging a ton of these attacks. And it's keeping her health very high up, too, because a lot of these extra attacks she does heal on. Those Jara actives were actually pretty brutal right there. Yeah, and we had 2 different CCs, so we did get stuck. We'll do like 1 more attempt here. The damage is what's kind of lacking right now, and it kind of makes sense. Only we get more CC off. Yeah, we didn't get a crowd control on any of them right there. That felt really bad. Oof. 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 That counterattack. You know, let's try going back to the Wolf for an attempt and see how that does potentially. Yeah, she's not doing those extra attacks right yet because she doesn't have enough of those stacks built up. There we go. Now she gets to do pew-pews. Let her get her gunshots going. Oh, man. Ilamok's getting a lot of crowd control out, which is nice to see if it sticks. And yeah, see, we have a burn synergy with him. We're dodging a lot of these attacks, too, which is really nice to see. And we did apply more stuns. So basically, the entire team is stunned this round. That's really good for us. Half the team is CC'd by her this time. Again, not bad at all. Just the healing is lacking a little bit here. We're kind of running out of time. I think as we're going for 2 tankiness, not enough damage. Probably on both of these heroes, because by the time round 5 comes, Crown pretty much lost its effect. I do think a different type of artifact would be better on her. We could try running her more offensive. What we could do is try running Balanced Strike, go back to the crit attack stone, go back to a crit and maybe crit damage setup. Keep the damage reduction node, see how that turns out. Just a little bit more offensive and potentially more healing as well to keep her going. Maybe she doesn't get as low, and if we high roll some of those extra stuns, that could be pretty solid for us as well. Ooh, we're taking some big hits from those ticks. That's not good. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. You can instantly see the squishability of the hero just by like that little change right there. Then again, that was a really, really bad attempt. But again, I don't know how good an Aspen would be doing at this moment either, because right when you first hit Void Campaign, it's a huge wall to start to try and surpass. It gets very difficult to get past that. counterattacks, potentially giving some more CC off. Of course, most of them wear off, but it's dodge right there. Okay. All right, we'll take it a little easy on this for now. I think what we can try though is it's gonna be a little bit longer one. I feel like we're gonna do a couple other things here. Let's try running her pretty much the same setup, but in Sealand, going further in Sealand. This should be a pretty successful run overall. For damage for Sealand has looked pretty solid. We even have the Patricias in here lowering their attack. Let's see what her damage is like. Of course, the healing that she has, the crowd control, and then on top of that, the dodge chance is really, really nice. You can see she just starts firing all over the place, and I just absolutely love this hero. Absolutely loving this hero. Even though we're getting outsped right here, we might want to get a speed stone eventually to try to outspeed them, just so we don't get crowd control right off the bat. But because again, if we get stunned like that, there's going to be some issues. Here we go. Now we can get some dodges off, which is good. There we go. Now we counter stun, and look at the damage just start raining down. She really does ramp up over the course of the battle, but we only have a couple rounds to go. Can we do it? Yep, definitely can do it. Definitely can get this done. The boss wave will be interesting to see as well. Oof. Oh, multiple CCs, not good. Oh no. We somehow managed to live right there though, so that's good. We have a chance. Oh, she was on the brink of death right there. And between her normal healing from her counterattacks and some balanced strike stuff, we do have a ton of healing on this hero. It's like a roller coaster watching her HP bar, but it is most definitely possible. We do get sealed, which does kind of suck because it blocks some of her passives off. But it's better than getting stunned, honestly. Dodges everywhere. Literally, I love how they're adding more dodge into the game now. It's such a unique survivability tool in PvE. Oh, no, we need some healing. We need some healing. Please don't. Please. Okay, yep. It's like she literally goes from borderline dead to like full HP and killing enemies just so easy. So I'm really enjoying this hero, and this is going to be a really fun 2 weeks testing out this hero in a lot of different scenarios. If you ever built on your account, you building her up, giving her maybe a giant killer copy as well, and see how she actually performs in the later game as well. Hope you guys enjoy this one. See you guys next time.